Have you ever thought of yourself as a leader? Have you ever had the opportunity to develop your leadership skill and never act on it? Have you ever thought about starting something new, like a business, a relationship, or joining a Toastmaster club, and still thinking about it? That was my situation a year ago. I remember taking that leadership training. I don't remember anything of that training except the key takeaways that I had from this one. Lead yourself first before leading others. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster leaders, that sentence, that quote inspired me throughout the entire year. And thanks to that wonderful Pathway project, I had to send an evaluation feedback to all the organization and organizations that I've done all over the year. And thanks to their feedback, I've collected 3 areas that I think I've been able to develop my leadership skill over the year, as well as one where I have to still work on it. The first one is about taking full responsibility. And I have 2 stories to share with you. A year ago, I joined a startup. And the first task that they asked me was to create a loyalty point system using blockchain technology. Blockchain technology, you might ask me. I was in the same situation, no idea what it was. And in 3 months' time, I had to first learn what it was about, to write the requirement, to assess the people which were going to develop it, to make sure that the project was going through, and finally to test that everything was delivered according to the requirement. That was tough, but that for the first time enabled me to be, as the only technical guy in the team, to be fully responsible of the entire process. The second story happened not long ago. As you might have heard in one of my previous speeches, I've tried to raise my Instagram follower. And I've told you about taking 4 hours to create my first post. However, I haven't told you about what happened before. And I had a wonderful team, and I tried to delegate everything to one of the team members. She came back with some wonderful picture, some good quote, and so on. And I look at them, and I was just like, I don't like them. But rather than blaming her, I just realized that how can I ask for someone to give me some picture when I don't even know myself what I want? And that was another lesson for me, that I have to take full responsibility of myself. The second point is about walking your talk. And it was illustrated in the feedback as being trustworthy, as being extremely friendly, positive, sincere, and even helpful. And I'm always happy to help and giving my time for greater cause. But the one thing which can be very frustrating is when someone tells you something and they don't act on it, or you are still waiting on them. I had one very interesting story not long ago. A friend, I wouldn't call it a friend, someone that I recently met invited me for a drink We were supposed to meet at 3 p.m. At 2:30, he texted me, I'm going to be late, running late. I'm going to be there by 4. Fine, no problem, happy to do that. At 4, I arrived at the location, and he wasn't there. Tried to text him, wasn't there. Fortunately, I had some stuff to do, so I was doing my own stuff. And I think he arrived by 6 p.m. I was about to leave, and by chance, I met him. And the only thing that he told me, sorry, when you know me, you know that I'm always late. I was a bit pissed off, and I didn't react it. But when I came home, I was like, when you know me, you know that I'm always late. Who wants to be your friend? Not me. So always walk your talk. The third point is lack of confidence. And it took me some time to reflect on all the different feedbacks that I've received in order to find this one. Because they were saying, Raphael needs to be more assertive, Raphael needs to be more strict. And I initially thought, should I be more directive? Should I be more authoritative? But that doesn't really look like me. And then I realized, all these different things that were actually asked and when I received this feedback were things that I was doing for the first time. So I was not confident enough to do them. Remember the first time you drive a car, you were not on the road. Remember the first time you walk. I think most of us slapped our head on the floor. So all in all, I think lack of confidence actually is the source for not being able to manage this task very well. And thanks to this club, I will be president next year, and I will for sure be able to practice my leadership skill with others in order to create and to develop that skill within me and become more confident. So ladies and gentlemen, a year ago, I've learned that by leading myself first, I'm able to I've developed the skill of becoming to take full responsibility of myself and to walk my talk. And now the second part of the sentence is leading others. And this skill, I believe that I will be able to develop it over the next year by being the president of that club. And I'm counting on all of you to help me. So that's my story. What is yours? What is the opportunity that's laid just in front of you? You just have to grab it in order to develop your leadership skill.